Square say Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana kari kutanga kukuya panino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana chungwa garoka subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nas Zimbabwe takigirai nyaku pisa masters social media hapo President Emerson Mnangagwa varunzi vakola for an urgent meeting nema war veterans so that they can have a dialogue. Should mekunge pane pressure from Geza. We are demanding kuti Mnangagwa wanwe vachiresign muri Zimbabwe nyaya yakakonfirmwa na ZANU-PF Veterans League boss Douglas Maiya wakabuda achiconfirma this meeting achitaura iyo achiti this meeting ichiwanwa chiadressa a lot of issues are impact all veterans muri Zimbabwe zvinomira mushe pasati pabuditswa what exactly are they going to be talking about pakutaura kwatiri kuita this pressure from factions dzakati wandei poor veterans vamwe vachitaura President Emerson Mnangagwa ndavabve muri Zimbabwe. Nyaya yakabuditswa nemaizimbabwe.com vachitaura vachiti President Emerson Mnangagwa is poised to engage in a critical dialogue with war veterans in the coming weeks, a move orchestrated amidst growing calls for his resignation from within the ranks of the Liberation War heroes themselves. ZANU-PF Veterans League boss Douglas Maiya confirmed the impending meeting, highlighting its significance in addressing a multitude of issues impacting the ex-combatants. The meeting's urgency is underscored by the vocal dissent emanating from a faction of war veterans spearheaded by the firebrand blessed bombshell Geza, who has publicly expressed his dissatisfaction with Mnangagwa's leadership. Geza, a former Zandla ex-combatant, has been at the forefront of calls for Mnangagwa's resignation, accusing him of overseeing rampant corruption and nepotism and of plotting to extend his term beyond the constitutionally mandated limit. Maiya emphasized that the meeting would provide a crucial platform for veterans of the liberation struggle to air their grievances directly to the president. It is also envisioned as an opportunity for Mnangagwa to address the former liberators' concerns and articulate his vision for the welfare. Speaking at the launch of the Harare Provincial Welfare Fund, Maiya stated, "After the successful launch of the War Veterans Welfare Fund, we saw it fit that comrades meet with their fellow fighter to discuss and spend the day together. The meeting is going to happen 2 to 3 weeks from now. This is a testament of our government's unwavering commitment to those who fought for our freedom. The timing of this meeting is particularly sensitive, coinciding with Geza's escalating campaign against Mnangagwa's perceived bid to stay in power beyond 2028, when the president's 2-term limit expires. Geza has openly advocated for Vice President Chiwenga to take over the reins, further fueling speculation about potential divisions within the ruling party. Geza's outspoken opposition to Mnangagwa's ED 2030 mantra has drawn the line the air of the state, resulting in criminal charges against him. Some observers view Geza's prosecution as victimization of a man who has bravely challenged Mnangagwa's unpopular attempts to remain in office. In a recent press conference, Geza urged Zimbabweans to prepare for a national shutdown as calls for Mnangagwa's resignation grow louder. "We implore you to resign peacefully. If you don't resign in peace, people will use constitution to exercise their right to push you out of office," Geza said. He also warned the police that if they dared to beat or shoot demonstrators protesting against Mnangagwa, the public would hold them accountable in their own neighborhood. Geza also issued a 10-day ultimatum to Mnangagwa to resign or face unspecified action, although he later denied being behind the social media account that posted the threats. He has also declared that he will occupy the State House against all odds, adding that the real drama is about to unfold against Mnangagwa's mechanizations, indicating his involvement in a broader political effort to remove the president. The war veterans' defiance has raised concerns about growing dissent within ZANU-PF and the potential for unrest in Zimbabwe, which is already grappling with renewed political instability over Mnangagwa's third-term ambitions and perceived governance failures. Adding to the complexity of the situation, a groundswell of discontent is brewing within the ranks of Zimbabwe's war veterans, with a growing number voicing their support for Geza's call for Mnangagwa to step down. The War Veterans Pressure Group, WVPG, has emerged as the latest voice to condemn Mnangagwa's government, citing alleged suppression of dissent, constitutional violations, and a perceived abandonment of the values that underpinned Zimbabwe's hard-won independence. To that end, our perception of the situation in the country resonates with that expressed by comrades, specifically Comrade Geza, and wartime commanders who are demanding change, the group stated, aligning themselves with Geza's sentiments that the broader calls for reforms. The WVPG went on to paint a grim picture of Zimbabwe's current state, accusing state authorities of systematic abuse, economic mismanagement, and implementing policies that reverse the gains of the revolution. The group's statement paints a picture of a nation adrift in a sea of corruption, kleptocracy, and lawlessness, warning that the current trajectory disowns the sacrifices made during the Liberation War. The lobby group accused Mnangagwa's government of betrayal following its decision to compensate white farmer farmers who lost their farms during Zimbabwe's land reform program at the turn of the century. Amidst this backdrop of growing dissent, the Mnangagwa administration is also rolling out all veterans' welfare funds across 10 provinces, spearheaded by Special Investment Presidential Advisor Paul Tungwarara. The fund provides each province with 150,000 in 0% revolving loans for all veterans to initiate projects. The initiative also includes the construction of houses and drilling of solar-powered boreholes at the former Liberation's guerrillas' rural home. While the government touts the War Veterans Welfare Fund as a genuine effort to improve the lives of ex-combatants, critics have suggested that the project is a thinly veiled attempt to buy the silence of war veterans who have become increasingly critical of Mnangagwa's leadership. Tungwarara, however, vehemently denied that the project was a response to criticism from a section of war veterans. These heroes battled tirelessly for our freedom. It is our responsibility to ensure their legacies endure. The project was already in the pipeline and it was just waiting to be executed, he asserted. He framed the program as a vital link between Zimbabwe's liberation struggle and its modern development. Their courage inspires us to reject division and work collectively towards economic sovereignty. Tungwarara also addressed the political tensions head-on, condemning unnamed groups allegedly using social media to destabilize Mnangagwa's administration. Let me be clear, you cannot challenge the president without confronting the entire presidium and cabinet. We remain focused on positive efforts for Zimbabwe's future, he declared. Political analyst Pardon Taodzera believes that the planned dialogue demonstrates a strategic effort at reconciliation aimed at averting a potentially damaging fallout with the wider section of war veterans. The analysts drew parallels to the events of 2017 when the late former president Robert Mugabe was ousted in a military coup following a breakdown in relations with ex-combatants who had become disillusioned with his leadership. By creating a platform for all veterans to voice their concerns, he acknowledges their enduring role in Zimbabwe's liberation while proactively mitigating tensions, Taodzera commented. This isn't merely about appeasement, it's an astute recognition that the stability of ZANU-PF's base hinges on maintaining truth with these liberation icons. Taodzera highlighted the timing of the meeting, which coincides with both the rollout of War Veterans Welfare Fund and growing dissent within the ex-combatant community, as being crucial to ensuring stability not only within the ruling ZANU-PF party but also within the country as a whole. The welfare initiatives paired with open dialogue signals a dual approach, tangible economic support complemented by political inclusivity, Taodzera said. This isn't just about loans or war, it's about validating their legacy and securing their allegiance in Zimbabwe's evolving socio-political landscape. The analyst also underscored the symbolic significance of Mnangagwa leading the conversation himself. His identity as Comrade Emerson bridges generational and ideological divides. This meeting isn't just a presidential obligation, it's a reunion of comrades. That resonance could disarm critics and foster cohesion ahead of critical national objectives, he concluded. Mabulitiro yatwa nyaya iyi muri Zimbabwe tingaziwe kuti munana sei tiudzei zvamurufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mu comment section.